Hello everyone, this is being recorded at 10:45 p.m. Saturday just for future reference. I'm meteorologist Mike Javer and we're going to do a little bit of a severe weather video today with the upcoming storm threat for today, Sunday, August 17th, 2025. And we start off by looking at the 500 millibar vorticity analysis, and as I've mentioned in previous videos that all of our weather actually occurs at the 500 millibar level. Although it is important to look at every level in the atmosphere, it's very important to look at the 500 millibar analysis. And we can see this big ridge that's kind of building over portions of the Midwest and into the Southern Plains area. So that's where the heat dome is basically going to be. And what happens is systems, especially from the Northwest here, or from the West Coast, I should say, they kind of ride up this ridge here and they kind of come back down alongside it here as well. And that's kind of what happens with these storms today, as a system kind of ridge rides. Again, they ridge ride the ridge, obviously, and it kind of gives off some severe weather and some storm threats to areas downstream of that ridge where it can just ride down. And basically what I see here is, when it comes to vorticity, this is a measure of atmospheric spin. You could kind of see like these little kinks right in here of these pressure lines here, or I should say these height lines here. And that's basically showing that there's these little mini troughs. We call them shortwave troughs because they're small. And these actually are going to be kicking off some storms for us for the day today. Our Weather Prediction Center fronts from 8 a.m. Sunday to 8 a.m. Monday also show that a cold front will be present and will be working its way through the area, which will be our source of lift for scattered thunderstorms in the afternoon and into the evening for portions of PA. And you'll see in my map towards the end where I'm having my severe threat for today. But again, that cold front give us that lift, and so we have some height falls here with this low pressure system, basically, which could produce some heavier precipitation in the region. And this is going to be our main area for storms, and that'll be in southeastern PA today, where I believe I have the highest confidence of potentially some isolated severe weather. And I have this here, the HRRR radar guess for 7 p.m. today, kind of shows that scattered activity throughout the area. It's not really too widespread. It's going to be on and off. We might see a storm, maybe two in the afternoon, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem throughout the day. I wouldn't cancel any plans. Just keep an eye to the sky and to the radar. And the best chance of an isolated strong wind gust this afternoon is going to be in this highlighted orange circle right here, which includes southeastern PA, where those height falls really are. And we're going to be watching for that little bit extra lift for some isolated strong wind gusts, and that will be the main and only threat with these storms tomorrow. Or I should say today, because you're seeing this video Sunday morning. But the Storm Prediction Center outlook for today just shows that marginal risk. Again, this was recorded Saturday night, but this is what they had for Sunday at this time. A marginal risk over most of PA except for northwestern PA. But again, I believe the highest threat's going to be right around this area here in southeastern PA, where, again, as I mentioned, with those height falls and that cold front moving through. And here's my severe weather forecast map. This is updated 10:45 p.m. on Saturday, August 16th, but this is valid for Sunday, August 17th. I really don't think I'll have to change this too much. But basically, I have a low risk anywhere basically south of I-80 for most of it. I believe that's where the highest threat of severe storms, or any isolated strong storms, I should say. But other than that, to the north, I'm not really expecting anything too much in terms of severe threat. Isolated general thunderstorms, though, yes, we won't have the instability, or I should say CAPE, convective available potential energy, which is just a storm fuel needed to really get a strong storm threat really going throughout the area. But again, right here in southeastern PA, this is where I'm expecting the highest chance for an isolated storm capable of strong wind gusts of 40 to maybe up to about 55 miles per hour, maybe up to 60 in an isolated standard. But that's what we're basically looking at for tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more of these severe weather videos, or just any other videos on the side that you have ideas of, please let me know. I'm always willing to make these videos for anyone. Again, I love making these videos. I like to be able to connect with you all, and I feel like it's easier to understand when you have a voice talking to you, even if you're watching on the internet. It just makes it a lot easier. Anyway, that's all I have. I will keep you guys updated, and have a great day. Your 7-day forecast and your long-range outlook are coming up in just a couple hours.